Hey guys, this is RDPG and I thought I'd just do another quick video. So today we're going to do it on class setup. So basically, there is pretty much any combination of classes you can do. It's all up to you, but first of all I'll just show you what I would preferably use when unlocked. First of all, primary weapons. My favorite primary weapon, AK-47 with an extended mag. Now, dual mag is actually what many people don't know. It actually gives you more ammo. It gives you 150 bullets plus 180 plus, what you have in your gun. So, if you're going for kill streaks or playing demo, domination, whatever, I would recommend the dual mag. But if you're playing search and destroy, which I like to play, I like to use the extended mag. Basically, you can use a suppressor, but I find it weakens the gun and decreases range, as you can also see there. So extended mag would probably be my only choice. Then I like secondaries. I like to use the Python. I don't know. You can use dual weld on it. It's pretty good. It gives you a speed reloader plus dual weld, so it's 12 shots. But I prefer the accuracy of a speed reloader personally. I don't know. It's what we use on CG and everything, and much more effective at long range shooting and stuff. Especially playing hardcore one bullet kill. So yeah. For the lethal, I don't use Semtex and I don't usually use Tomahawks. Maybe if I've got a sniper class and just going for good kill cams, I'll use Tomahawks. Generally don't use Semtex at all. Frag is what I preferably use. For tactical, I usually just leave it on default because I don't have to buy anything, I don't have to worry about it. So usually leave it on Willy Pete, but I will occasionally put it on concussion. So for equipment, I would probably have Claymore because it's quick and easy. You can put it down, that's it. You don't have to worry about it, and you might get an easy kill. But a lot of people also like to use Jammer. If you're playing on maps like Nuketown, small maps where a lot of people camp up in the building and put all their motion sensors claymores down, you might want to use a Jammer with Hacker perhaps, and you can place the Jammer down, hack into all the claymores and break them all, like or disable them, so you can just rush in there, maybe throw some smoke and breach the building and you get everyone in there. So for the first perk, my most used perk is Flak Jacket. Flak Jacket is a very good perk because you run into buildings, you don't get done by claymores, you don't get done by frags. But you can also use Ghost if you're afraid of spy planes and things like that. But generally in search, a 3 kill streak, I mean that's not that difficult to get, but it's not as often that people get it. So Flak Jacket is definitely what I would use. Second perk, I usually use Sleight of Hand. Can occasionally use Warlord, but I mean, honestly, Sleight of Hand is probably the best perk. But I mean, if you're gonna go for Warlord, don't do this. So I see a lot of noobs doing playing Search and Destroy. They often put a dual mag on and say a suppressor. So I'm thinking, well, the only bonus that you have with the dual mag is you have extra ammo, but you're not gonna run out of that kind of ammo in Search and Destroy. So why wouldn't you just use just the suppressor and sleight of hand? So you got a quicker reload for both reloads, not just one, and the same amount of ammo. So that's what I would do instead. But if you like that sort of setup, well, then that's your choice. Anyways, second perk, sleight of hand. Extend the mag back on. Alright, third perk, and I recommend this perk to everyone. This is going to be the best perk, Ninja. I don't know. I know a lot of people don't use Ninja and stuff, but seriously, I recommend you try it out. Absolute silence, and if you have a good headset, like I have Turtle Beach or any type of good headset, it will give you the biggest advantage. Hearing is probably the second best sense on Call of Duty, maybe even the first best, because you can often not see people like in straight lines of sight. So hearing is the best. That's why I use Ninja. Absolute silence, no one can hear me. So that's basically my best class. Obviously, the AK-47 is unlocked level 38, so it's not the most probable gun. So I'll quickly go over a couple of other guns that you can use instead. So basically, I usually use assault rifles. So if you go for submachine guns or shotguns or sniper rifles, the whole class is going to be different. Obviously, submachine guns you want rushing class, you want lightweight, marathon. For snipers, you might want steady aim, you might want some other things, ghost and ninja. So, for primary weapons, the assault rifles that I recommend, M16 is alright. Don't really recommend it. Enfield, it's pretty good. Reminds me a bit of the ACR in Modern Warfare 2, but again, its fire rate isn't that high, so it's not that great. M14, I don't see a lot of people use it. It's not such a bad gun, but again, I don't really use it. FAMAS, yeah, I use the FAMAS often. Yeah, I probably recommend FAMAS with maybe, I don't know, I find the suppressor works really well with FAMAS. It's just my preference on the FAMAS. Galil, maybe? You could use Galil. I actually recently been using Warlord on that with an extended mag and a suppressor. I found that worked really well. But, I mean, you can use it if you want. The Orb, I would highly recommend it when you unlock it. And it's pretty much either, once you get to level 38, level 44, it's either Commando or AK-47, which most people would choose. So, whichever of the two, they both have their perks. Obviously, here it says AK-47 has higher damage, Commando has more accuracy, so whatever you're really wanting. So yeah, and again, it's pretty much what you prefer. In submachine guns, I'll probably recommend MP5K. Highly recommend it. As soon as you prestige, you set back to default classes. I'll recommend you start the MP5K, you put a rapid fire on. But recently, I've found that the extended mag works better on the MP5K. It's just my preference, but if you prefer rapid fire, I find it's a little bit too much recoil and it's a bit hard to handle, so I don't really use rapid fire. Scorpion, Mac 11s, do not recommend them. AK-74U, again, it's considered a bit of a noob weapon, but it is very powerful, high fire rate and low recoil, so again, I would recommend that. Maybe not for an extended mag. I've found extended mag does not work with the AK-74U. You'll probably be better off with the rapid fire, so yeah, other submachine guns, Uzi, do not recommend it. Possibly the worst gun in Black Ops. It has so much recoil, hardly any damage. Don't recommend that. PM63, wouldn't recommend it. MLP, some people use it, don't like it. Spectre, I recommend Spectre. I found what works really well with Spectre is actually Warlord. You put a grip and a rapid fire on it. Grip and rapid fire, Warlord and Spectre, amazing. Minimal recoil with high rate of fire. It's a killing machine. Sniper rifles, well, honestly, that's just your preference, what you prefer. I would also recommend the M60. If you're playing hardcore, M60 extended mag is what I would definitely recommend. So one bullet kill, put hardened on it, and because you don't have to worry about reloading, so don't put sleight of hand on, that's just stupid. So hardened, and well, you can shoot through many walls, playing firing range, just wallbang and shit, and you get a heap of kills. Alright, shotguns. I actually don't mind the Olympia. The Olympia is an okay shotgun. Has long range, high damage, but only has 2 bullets. So, bit of a downside. Stakeout is sort of pump action. It's pretty good. Spaz. First of all, I do not recommend a suppressor on the Spaz because it does actually decrease the range a lot, and it decreases damage as well. So, do not use a suppressor. It's honestly not that important. So yeah, and one more thing, if you're playing like hardcore, never use a suppressor on your guns. I find people using suppressors on their guns on hardcore, and well, that's just stupid because there's no radar. I mean, if they're gonna get a spy plane out, well then most people don't use Ghost either, so it's kind of ridiculous if you were to use a suppressor. Now let's quickly go on some secondaries. So pretty much I don't really use the specials. Crossbar I find is a very less used gun in the game. So ballistic knife, you see it occasionally, but again, unless you're going for really good kill cams or you like just running around knifing, well, you can do that. But pistols, the only two I'd really recommend is the 3, Macro, Python, and CZ. So Python is by far my favorite. I see a lot of people using CZ. One recommendation for CZ is do not use the full auto upgrade. I see people using the full auto upgrade, and I find it decreases the weapon damage so much. It's kind of unbelievable how bad the gun actually is with the full auto upgrade. Suppressor, I don't see it a lot. I would recommend extended mag. or a dual weld if you would like to go with the dual weld. Then that's pretty good, but personally I prefer the Python. In terms of launchers, it depends. If you want to have a bit of fun, go with the RPG, but in Black Ops there's not a lot of explosive like radius damage, so you don't get a lot of easy kills, especially if some people using Flak Jacket nowadays. So Strela 3 is probably my recommended launcher, just because you can take out everything. Law, not so recommended, only has one shot, so you won't be able to take out like attack helicopters and Hueys and stuff. But if you have a Strela 3, you can easily do that. So that's basically it. So hope you enjoyed this video. Comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.